Hey, what's up guys, how's it going? Hit Music Man here with a little video for you. This is my Ultra Farm that I'm building. It uses a couple mods. Little load here. So the main mod it's using is called Buildcraft. You've probably already heard of it. And this is kind of the main contraption here. And I'll show you the rest of these little things here in just a little bit. So the way it works, I'll show you on the top here. You have your output actually of coffee and eggplant and so on and so forth, and then there's different ones all the way down. There's quite a few levels and quite a few levels left to build. Um, so we can kind of start here at the workbench. So the workbench, let's see, the coffee bean here. Um, when it receives coffee beans, it will make coffee seeds. And then after the coffee seeds are created, it goes into this gray pipe and gets distributed into planters just below down here into these distributor pipes and then out into the planters, and then it goes into these little farm things here. This one's the coffee plant. And then after it's fully planted, and these aren't running right now, but after it's fully planted, it will go into the harvester, because the harvester will, of course, harvest it, as the name suggests, and get transported down this pipe, and then into this distributor pipe, and then out to its corresponding direction, depending on what plant, vegetable, or fruit, or whatever it may be. And then from the distributor pipe over here, whichever two it may be, it'll go into a round robin pipe that will either drop it down into the workbench again to create more seeds, or it'll go into this chest. And there's actually two directions for the chest. There's one directly to it, and there's one going down to it from the top. The reason for that is because you get about, I believe, in upwards of 3 to 4 seeds per harvester output. So you get, just in this one thing, you probably get, well, let's see here, you get 3, right? So there's going to be 3 going into this tube, and then you'll have at least probably 1 going down to into the workbench, and then 1 going into the chest. And if it doesn't go back into the chest on the top for that third one, it goes to the output here. And eventually this will go to a giant kitchen with a bunch of buttons, so when you push a button you can get some bacon or pie or whatever it may be. So of course, that being said, you do need some sort of meat if you're going to make bacon. So this is my little slaughterhouse here, and I got 2 little cows sitting in there. It's being all cute and stuff. Let me grab a spawn for a cow. Oops. Let's do that. Okay. So this is a mob counter here. So I kind of demonstrate it for you. When the mobs become great enough, if there's enough of them in there, then, ooh, that's fun. Then the mob counter will increase. So you can see there's an extra redstone signal there when I get into the designated 4x4 circle. So eventually this redstone torch will turn off and the slaughterhouse will activate, and you'll get slime and meat paste out the end of it. So I can kind of show you here how that works. So eventually when there's 4 in there, when they're all grown up and ready to be slaughtered, that will turn off and the slaughterhouse will activate. And give it a second here. And then it'll kill off at least 2 of the cows, if not 3 of them. And then you'll get your output of slime and meat paste. So, and then the way to keep them growing without taking super forever, you have this breeder here. You put wheat into it, and it will breed the cows. But of course, that's only if they're fully grown. So it does take a little bit for the cows to grow back again. And the slaughterhouse will only kill the older cows. They will not kill the younger little cows. So as you can see, you got 3 little cows in there and 2 big cows. The 2 big cows will be slaughtered and leaving the little ones behind. So that's how that works. There's actually 4 in there now, since I just put 2 in there and because of the breeder, there was 58, now there's 56, so that's how that works. Oh, there's another cow that got killed because he got all growed up and died. Anyways, so yeah, that's how that works, and then you can create, any kind of meat, bacon, beef, whatever it may be from the meat paste. It's not animal specific or anything like that. And then over here, there's a tree farm. The only trees that I have in there are just let's see, oak saplings. So you get oak wood and apples out of it. This is actually one of the coolest contraptions I've created. I'll show you how it works here. Pretty cool, huh? So the way it works is that when the tree is grown, the harvester will harvest it. That is until nothing is left. And then any of the pieces that come out of the harvester will go into the chest if they're oak wood or apples, and it will go down into this distribution here if they're little saplings. Now, this is where it gets a little complicated. The saplings will normally, as you can imagine, go into the planter, but that's only if the planter is completely empty in here. If it has saplings in it, it will go into the void pipe, as you can see there. Now there's saplings in there, it'll go into the void pipe. And that's to keep the planter from getting too congested with too many oak saplings, and eventually it'll just pop out, and then you'll have a problem there. So that's how that works. So yeah, then they'll go into the void pipe, and then you won't get any of that stuff in there. So, and then you got two of them just in case, for whatever reason, it doesn't have any saplings in here when it's all done doing its thing. The other one will fill, they'll just fill each other if something goes wrong. So it's a pretty foolproof way for that to work. And of course, when making bacon or anything like that, you need some sort of metal source because you need frying pans. Frying pans are not an infinite source. They will just disappear once you've used them once in like a workbench or whatever it may be that is used to make bacon with a frying pan. So the way to make metal is using this iron golem farm. And this is actually kind of cool here. I can show you how it works. You might even be able to get to see an iron golem get burned alive. The way iron golems spawn in the Minecraft world is in a village, and there's a village over there, so there's probably a couple iron golems just walking around over there, potentially anyways. So the way it works is between the doors and the villagers here, it thinks that there's a village here, and so it's going to spawn iron golems within this contraption, in this little building and whatnot over here. So most of them will spawn inside here, some of them will spawn on the top, and then they'll get fed down into the lava pit there. And then when that happens, this lava pit is raised a little bit so that the iron golems will be killed. And then anytime iron golems are killed, they're typically gonna drop roses and iron ingots. So as you can see here, I have roses and iron ingots in the chest on the bottom there. So maybe I'll wait a minute and see if one lands or not. So it doesn't really look like it's going to cooperate. Anyways, so I'll kind of explain the whole villager infestation here. So the way this works on the side here is that because the villagers are here, it's making a village and it's glitching it and making it think, oh, I should spawn iron golems there. Well, the thing is that because you have maybe like 2 or 3 villagers on the side here, they like to reproduce other villagers, and with the space being so small as it is, they will eventually actually just pop out of that box that they're in and then fall down here. And then when you get a couple fall down here and they like to just hang out in this little area here, they spawn even more villagers and you get a mess of villagers just roaming around down here. So eventually I might make a way to exterminate the extras, but for now this is what I have. So it just doesn't want to spawn any iron golems in there. Oh well, that's okay. So originally I had these two contraptions here for iron golems, but the problem was that my output was less than my input. So the resources that I put in, I get I believe it was a quarter of the resources out. So there's no way that that was going to work just from iron ingots and jack-o'-lanterns making iron golems. So that wasn't going to work. But yeah, this is basically my whole farm. Originally had a let's see, 4 columns of 20 by 20 blocks, not these ones here. It's significantly bigger. It was like 20 by 20 or 30 by 30 or something like that. They're huge, and I still have it somewhere. But the output was so great that it just kept spewing seeds everywhere, and there was no way to control it. So I made these smaller ones here, and even the output on this was so great that it was still spewing seeds everywhere. It took a little bit longer, but eventually it got there, and there was no way to prevent it from doing that until I thought of this and made the smaller ones. These are 3 by 3, so it's as small as can be. I could do like just a block or 2 blocks or something like that, but I figured 3 by 3 would be just fine. Still watching this to see if one's going to spawn down there, but I'm not seeing anything. So during this whole thing, I've had these bottom ones. They've been sitting here for quite some time while I'm building all this extra stuff out here, and so you can see the output here isn't super great. It's been sitting here for quite a few hours of gameplay, and it's nowhere near overfilled. So it's kind of nice to have that. But yeah, this is what I have for my ultra farm. I'm gonna make it larger even yet, so be taller. And then, ooh, there you go. Look at him burning alive. Yay, that's fun. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna end up growing this even higher to the point where I run out of seeds, and then as many sapling sections as I can to make more trees. You know, you'll have apples and bananas and other things coming out of all that stuff, so that'll be nice. And then I did have another design for a blaze farm for doing gunpowder, but I don't really foresee needing gunpowder for anything. And then this is kind of fun too. This is a build of what my computer system looks like, minus the extra monitor on the left here. Just have this one right now, but yeah, it's kind of fun. And then this was for the blaze farm again. That didn't really work out. That one did, but I don't have it running right now. And that was my first iron golem farm just to test it and see if it worked, and it did. So I just built another one over there. This probably still has iron golems chilling in it. Nope, they'd be dead if that were the case. But it does have iron ingots in there, so that's fun. And then this was a laptop design that I'm actually creating in the real world. And I did actually make a prototype of it, but it didn't exactly work out. The glass pieces here were actually acrylic sheets, and as you can imagine, acrylic, being as thick as it was, it's pretty brittle, so you obviously can't drop it, but even that, certain other parts and pieces that I was putting on the acrylic was just making it crack and whatnot, so that didn't work out too well. And you got a stable over here full of different horses. I did not make this, by the way. But I think it's kind of cool. Different names. There's Fog. There's Brownie Love Child. Caramel. Speckles. He has no speckles. Sad day. Blaze. Looks like Caramel. Charlie. He has no horn for his unicornness. Ah. Fun. And then Cocoa Bean. He's the black horse. Anyways, so yeah, and then this was actually a small scale version of the laptop that I had over there. So kind of little things, the processor and the motherboard, got the RAM, got some of the little connectors and gizmos in there, and you got over here you got a like a hard drive and a disk drive and a power supply. That's fun. This is all using the Little Blocks mod, so makes things a lot easier. And same with that that thing as well. That was with the Little Blocks mod. So yeah, if you have any comments or questions, please post them below. If you like my videos, make sure to subscribe, excuse me, and leave any comments or questions or suggestions as far as different games that you'd like to see, different Minecraft creations that you'd like me to attempt to make. Not super great at it. This took me a while to even figure out how to do all this stuff. And then I'm going to be posting other games on this channel as well. Forza races, Project Cars, Halo, all that other fun stuff. So, like I said, please leave any comments, suggestions, or questions that you have below, and then subscribe if you like my channel.